Okay, recording?
Yep.
Oh, marvellous. Right, my hair, Jesus Christ, look. Okay. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. As I think is the prerequisite way that you have to start any YouTube video, apparently. Oh. Hey, welcome back to my channel. Yeah.
How about my network?
Oh.
Let's go Oprah.
Like Oprah.
Yeah.
Welcome back to my network. I decided I'd had enough of TV, so I made my own network.
C Network.
Oh, the C Network.
I like that.
I like that. You have met this woman before. This is obviously my mate and superstar in the industry, Kate Somerville. Hi. We're both a little delicate today.
Yes. Oh, a little bit.
Just a little, because Kate flew in from the States to present me with this. Please hold.
Yay.
Oh.
Exciting.
I'll just hold it. It's going to be very shiny and reflective, but it's my CEW award.
Yes.
I'll drop in a picture of me and Kate holding it. And I got to pick who presented it to me. So obviously I asked this woman and she said yes. She flew for 11 hours and brought her husband, and it's your wedding anniversary trip.
It was wonderful.
So I'm glad I was actually able to make you get to Paris for your anniversary.
Well, that was so cool because I was like, great excuse to go to Paris. And we had never been, and it was wonderful.
Nice.
But only for her would I do this. And you know, I do not do like
I don't
awards
either.
events.
I don't either.
And I don't know, all those people.
Yeah, it's intense.
And I was like, for you, I will do it.
And I was like, oh my God, she's actually going to come. So that's why we are here today, but it's also why we're both a bit delicate.
Yes.
We were eating McDonald's at 12:30 in the hotel. We ordered McDonald's too.
Chicken nuggets.
As you do. Okay, Molly asked actually in the Skin Freaks group questions for Kate. They're kind of random, but we'll just get going. Mm-hmm. But the first one I just want to start with is just says, can you just tell her I love her hair?
Oh, thank you. Well, that's Enzo. So I have to say, London does the best hair.
Oh.
They do the best hair because they do this blow dry and then they put you in rollers.
Oh yeah.
And now I have like Texas hair. It's like
I like a bit of Texas
like
hair.
A little dynasty, and it's big. I like
big hair.
Yeah.
That's why we're friends.
Mine,
I'm on day 2. Look, I could really go to town.
I like that. I like your hair.
There'll be the odd bit sprouting. We'll just ignore it. Okay. Now, some of these questions I know why they're asking, but I'm still going to ask you the question.
Okay.
Because they keep asking me as if I would know, and I'm like, look, she's my friend. I don't know the ins and outs. So the first one is, and you know what I'm going to ask, is do we think we will get at some point any kind of clinic anywhere this side of the Atlantic?
So obviously that is my goal, and we just are launching with a retailer in New York for the first time.
I saw.
Yeah, so we're kind of testing that model out. See how it goes because ours are medical.
Yeah.
So for me, I want to make sure we're really hands-on in training and have the right physician in place, have the right nurses in place.
And also not dumbing it down.
No, we're not.
Just to do a department store facial.
So we're bringing what we do to a department store, and it's way more involved than just a regular facial. It's a lot of equipment, it's a lot of liability, and I just want to make sure the right people are in place. So we want to bring it here for sure, and I think we do fabulous here because we're so unique in what we do.
Could you just put it next door to my office?
Thanks.
Okay, and then this is again business stuff, but we'll come to the product.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound whiny, but why can't I get her product shipped to continental Europe yet? And I think the answer is basically it's coming and you're working on it.
It's coming and we're working on it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's coming. So they're definitely working on that.
I think it's just one of those things. It's not that easy, as you can tell by other brands who've launched and then launched into Europe. Sometimes 2 or 3 years later.
And my understanding, Brexit is going to make it tougher, right?
Okay, it's the 31st of October when we film this, so it could be Armageddon happening in Parliament right now, and we have no idea. I don't even know what to say, but yes, who knows?
Right, we don't know, right?
We now don't know, but what we do know is that a company that is registered, was previously registered with the UK as their EU address, now has to set up another company in the EU. So there's lots of places doing it, like Ireland. A lot of UK companies are doing a second business in Ireland so they can have a UK. Oh my God, the complications.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do now skincare questions, and then we've got product, and then we'll just touch on it as much as we can. Okay, changes to make once you hit 40. Ugh. My answer to this earlier was buy a better bra.
That's good. And yes, you will need bigger pants.
Big knickers, big bra.
Yeah.
Especially if you breastfed. Yeah. Just going to put that out there. But skincare-wise...
But 40 is a different, you see a difference. Your hormones are changing, you're more dry, you may get breakout once again because your hormones are changing. So it's really about you, but I will tell you that my key thing is it's really great exfoliation first, great hydration second, and great moisturizer. But the ingredients change. Okay, so you're now in the full aging process.
Yep.
At that, you're just gonna start to notice, right, at 40. Like, I just started to notice, like, a little bit more drooping, a little more fine lines around the eyes, the neck. And
the jowlies.
Yep. Yeah. This started to get a little, jowly. And so for me, this is when I changed my ingredient list. So I went to more retinols. So this is our hydrator. It's Dermal Quench with retinol. So my retinols, I added an extra 2 days onto that. So if you're in your 30s, 3 times a week, right? Unless you have issues and you need more.
Yeah.
So 40s, let's say 4 or 5 days a week at night. And this, I put it in a hydrator. So it's not as intense as, say, a cream or a serum. And then what I loved that I just brought out is our new vitamin C.
I've had so many questions about that. We should do the retinols now while we're here.
Yeah, and vitamin C and retinol and peptides. So here's my peptides. Okay, so this is my regimen. This
is my crack.
Yeah, that's my crack.
Do you know I found Ava using this? She was coming into my bedroom.
My son too. He steals it. My son is 17.
Ava's 17. We could be related. Yeah, we could get them married. It'd be great. But
that would be trouble.
I think the world's ready for that. She comes into the room and I see her and I'm like, use the Kate Somerville. Now, when I say that to Ava, I mean nourished or oil free. No, she's like, I went, please tell me you didn't just use deep tissue repair on your face. And she went, I like the silver one. Yeah. I mean, obviously now we've changed the name, it's Peptide Kate, but to me it's always DTR.
It is DTR.
But yeah, that's like, this. You've ruined it for everyone else. Like, if I'm making my own brand in a few years, I'll be like, if you can do something like this, then I'll release it.
Yeah. So that is that. So I'll make it simple for you. Great exfoliation, obviously. Exfoliate. Getting rid of that top layer of dead skin so everything works. Adding in retinol, okay? And I love it in this form because it has hyaluronic acid with it. So you're getting hydration and retinol. And then vitamin C, and I added a little retinol in this. And then your peptides, okay? So peptides are key, especially in your 40s, because that's going to help your collagen. So those are the ingredients that you want to do, but your steps are exfoliate or exfoliate, hydrate, moisturize, and treat, right? Because you're always treating. And then the ingredients you look at or look for are retinols, hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, and peptides.
Genius. And then someone who, because one of the questions was interesting actually, it was if you could go back and tell your 25-year-old self 3 skincare pointers, what would they be?
Oh, don't lay out for 8 hours in the pool.
Yep.
With
on foil.
Baby oil. Baby oil.
Yep.
And get as tan as I literally could get with sun in my hair that turned
and your hair goes orange.
Color.
Yes.
Yep, that is what, and too, like frizzy big hair. I tried to be Farrah because Farrah Fawcett. Those of you that know Farrah Fawcett,
they'll know Farrah Fawcett.
And with frizzy hair and like that color and this tan skin, yeah, not pretty.
Yeah, no.
I thought I was hot.
Yeah, but you probably were. That's
well,
the
I
thing.
had a cute body.
Yeah. I know, I look back at pictures. What is it? Nora Ephron says, if I was 25 again, I'd spend my entire life in a bikini.
Me too. I would be, oh my gosh. There's this cute girl, and they were like, God, if I could only look like that. And I'm like, if I look like that, I'd definitely be on a pole.
Yeah.
Because I would be like,
making money.
yes. I would be like, look at me.
So, yeah, mine would be don't bake in the sun.
Yeah.
And SPF.
And SPF.
Because when I was, in the 80s, we're the same age. We're 80s girls.
Yeah.
So it was all tan.
Tan.
And no one was aware of the dangers.
Mm-mm.
And it was like, if you got skin cancer, it was like, oh, how did you get that?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
my mom would always be like, God, honey, you're getting a little pale.
My mum would go, you look so healthy. Mm-hmm. But, that's what happens when you're raised in Mississippi. It's like, for God's sake, don't be pale. Whereas in New York, everyone wants to look this colour.
Yeah, I know.
They're like, oh my God.
But I have to say, UK has the best skin I've ever seen. Like, across the board around the world.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, honestly.
Because we don't get any sun.
Yeah, and it's just milky and beautiful.
That's really interesting, because Renee Rouleau, who I filmed with, who's a girlfriend of mine, there's just this code between facialists and estheticians, Yeah. She said the best skin she's seen is from Texas, because her clients from Texas, they're protected because they wear so much makeup. Now, obviously, she said it's a sweeping generalization.
Yeah.
But they wear so much makeup that actually they've been protecting themselves all these years with the layers. I was like, well, there's a reason.
It's here. It's London. For me, I mean, I've been all over the world. Even Korea.
Yeah.
And they have gorgeous skin, but not like here. It's so stunning.
And the Irish always have beautiful skin.
I live in California and Palm Springs, and see the skin I see.
Sun damage.
And I love it too. When I see someone, I'm like, oh yes, I'm gonna get my hands on you.
And you have no poker face. You're like me.
I'm not.
If I'm standing in front of someone and there's something going on in the skin, and it's not from a bad place, it's just, oh my God, I would love to put my hands on that face.
Don't you love that? And we get so excited if I see like acne, like really, and I'm kind.
From a good place.
No.
We don't want you to have acne.
All of us girls in the clinic, when someone comes in with big problems, we get so excited
because you're going to help.
We know what we can do after, and what is going to happen to their life and their energy and how they're going to feel.
Okay. This is interesting. There's so many things. Okay, let's keep on that one.
Yeah.
Beyond skincare products like SPF, what are the best things we can do for our skin health?
Okay, well, obviously sunscreen, right?
Yep.
Let's talk about that. So, and I'm all about skin health. Okay, so this is really what I tell my clients. First, when I see a client, I'm like, I need to get to know you and your puzzle, right?
Yep.
Because you're a puzzle to me when I first see you. And I'm guessing, with an educated guess, I pretty much know what products I'm going to give you, but I don't know what you're going to react to, right?
Yeah.
Because we never know what someone's going to react to. So here's what I say to you. Become your own skin health advocate, okay? And understand, are you dry? Are you sensitive? Do you have rosacea? Do you have breakout? And then go and look for those products that are going to help you, or get help with someone that really understands, because a lot of people come to me and they are so confused by all of these products. And for me, I know what changes skin. I know what is going to get you from A to Z, and you know what's going to get them from A to Z. Okay, so it's a program that's going to get you there. So know your own skin. When you go in, what products to use. So I have something called 5 daily do's. Okay, It's really simple. It's cleanse, but cleansing for your skin type.
Yep.
Like for me, I am dry. I have eczema. So goat's milk cleanser, gentle daily wash for me. Yes, these are my go-tos. Yes, love. And then if I'm not doing so hot, like my skin's like after all this makeup, because I've had a lot of makeup the last 12 days, I'm probably going to go home and do a little bit of this, because it's a little exfoliating, a little deeper cleanse. So know your skin.
That was exfoliate cleanser,
yes,
by the way.
Exfoliate cleanser.
I'll list it all below, obviously.
The second step is exfoliation, okay? So I am a huge exfoliation proponent. As you know, my number one product's Exfoliate.
Yep.
So I do this twice a week only, okay? And then I just launched our liquid Exfoliate. So people are asking me, well, how do I use these together, or do I use one or the other? The answer is both. It depends on your skin type again.
Yeah.
So know your skin. If you have rosacea, you're sensitive, go with the Exfoliate liquid because it doesn't have a scrub to irritate, right? This one has a scrub, okay? So if you're like me, I can handle a scrub. And it's round and it's small. And the good thing is with Exfoliate, you can leave it on 20 seconds. You can leave it on 2 minutes. So exfoliation is your second go-to, okay? Because you're getting rid of the top layer of dead skin. Now we're gonna go ahead and treat, okay? The third step is hydration, but on a deep level, and this is your hyaluronic acid. This is different than your moisturizer, okay? So this is where a lot of people get confused. Well, hydration and moisturization are the same thing. They are not, okay? And I found this out over 20 years ago. I found hyaluronic acid and I said, this is the top ingredient that's transformational, like immediately. And so we found the smallest molecule of hyaluronic acid, and this is called Dermal Quench. And so this is our third step, right? So you're gonna want to put this in, and it goes in quick. It's like you want your hyaluronic acid to be thin. You don't want it to be thick, because if it's thin, that means the molecule is small and it's going deep into the skin. So I want to show you, and I don't know if you guys can see this because I am really tired today. I've been up for now it's going on weeks, but I want to show you, so I just put a little on my finger. I have makeup on right now, but I'm going to put it under my eye. And you're gonna see the instant hydration. It just goes in and it'll just get rid of wrinkles. So look at this side, right? It's a little wrinkly. See that?
Show me.
Look.
Glowy.
Glowy and plump, okay?
Glowy plump.
So your third step is hydration. Now we're going to do our moisturization step to seal in.
Yep.
For your skin type. Okay.
This is where you can go to town in your range.
This is where we can go to town. So for me, I'm all about our peptide K8. It used to be called deep tissue repair. We can't call it that anymore. So peptide K8, this is peptides going into the skin. This one's clinically proven to reduce redness.
Yep.
Okay, for me, that's key because I want anti-aging without irritation because I have eczema. And I love this because it's heavy and luxe, but it doesn't feel heavy. It feels light.
I don't know anyone who's had a problem with this
Never,
product.
ever. It's our holy grail.
Amazing.
Yeah. And then at night, I do, because I'm anti-aging, our retinol and vitamin C. So that is our fourth step. And then our last step is protect.
I'm glad you bring this up because we also have a lot of questions about that.
Okay. So, but let me cap this.
Go.
5 daily do's. You will have beautiful skin your entire life. If you have normal, gorgeous, young skin, you will keep it that way.
Yeah.
If you do the 5 daily do's. Cleanse, exfoliate, hydrate on a deep level, hyaluronic acid, seal it in with your moisturizer, and that's where you're going to treat. And then your sunscreen to really protect everything that you're doing. So those are the 5 daily do's. You will have gorgeous skin forever, and you can turn back the clock with your ingredients and know your skin type. That was a long, winded question.
No, but it's good because I think traditional department store, and obviously when I was doing the book, I've been doing so much research, especially around Helena Rubinstein.
Yes.
Back in the early 1900s.
I have her book.
I've got there's 5 of them now.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got 5 of them. They've been out for years.
Yeah.
But she originated the first 3 skin types. So she said you had a normal good face. You literally called it normal, or you were over moist. That was her term for oily.
Okay.
Over moist.
Yeah.
Or lacking sebum. you were dry. So she started with those 3. Where I think part of the industry hasn't moved on is but the industry has trained people on counter to only sell to skin type and not to sell to skin condition.
Yes.
Whereas the first thing you should do is look at the condition and say, well, if you have sensitivity or you have rosacea or you have acne, we have to take care of that before we sell you a cleanser that's for an oily skin.
Yes.
That's the difference. I always think I always treat sensitivity and dehydration first, because if the skin barrier isn't receptive or is broken, everything else is not going to irritate.
And I have to tell you, I have a clinic. We're seeing so
we
much.
know you have a clinic, babe.
Irritation now because you're using too much and too strong. You guys are breaking the barrier constantly, and so this is my message to you and to everyone. You know, you're like, well, what strength is it? Is it 20% glycolic? Is it 15% retinol?
This is 23% vitamin C. You don't need to be putting that on your face.
Yeah, and you know what? The number doesn't matter anyways. It's marketing, because it all depends on how the chemistry is
Formula
put together.
is king.
Formula is king. Number is not. Yeah.
Okay. Before we go to the SPF, this is just ties in what we said. This is just another thank you. Can you tell her thanks for stopping my face looking like an old man's bum? Her products have made such a difference to me, mainly Peptide K and the goat milk range. They're the absolute holy grail for my face. And I didn't write that, but I could have done. Yeah. Okay, this. We have been asked non-stop about this. It is coming back in January. So you can all relax. It will come back, but it's January. Yeah. They have a sellout. What can you do? It's a sellout. Yeah.
So uncomplicated is just that. So I hate sunscreen. Yeah. I don't like to put a cream sunscreen on. I have really sensitive skin, so all the chemicals bug my skin. I just
You can feel it's like this.
Yeah, and I can feel it. It's stingy, it's itchy, it's not good for me. And when I'm doing facials in the clinic, I literally shudder because I've gotten their skin all
you have
yummy.
To put SPF on. I do that too. I can't bear it.
So I came to my chemist and I said, can we make a spray that's a setting spray for your makeup? So there is a barrier with the makeup. It's really simple to do. It's matte, okay? And we got it as matte as we could. It still has a tiny bit of sheen, but a healthy sheen. It's not greasy. It's not greasy. And I'll tell you the hardest thing that, and hopefully this doesn't hurt the camera, but the hardest thing was to get the spray super fine, because a lot of the sprays out there are like, they leave big dots, because I wanted to be able to put it over makeup. Yeah. So you can see how fine it is. Sorry. No, fine. But that is, and you can reapply. It's a 50 SPF, and that's why I love this, is because it doesn't feel icky on the skin, and I don't feel bad about putting it on. And after my facials, I just put a lot of yummy stuff, and then I do a little spray, and I know that everyone's protected.
See, this is one of those true stories, not a marketing story of it didn't exist, so you had to create it.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah. Okay, we've done that one. Right. Overview, and this is another popular one, overview of the KX actives, please. So your newbies. Okay. We did touch on these in the previous one, but I think now they hadn't launched at that point, or they were just about to. So let's give them this is this.
Okay.
Reminder.
So these were originally on my back bar, okay? Meaning that when we're doing facials, we get to customize.
Back bar.
Back bar. So we get to customize your facial and your skin for what you are having at that moment, okay? So a lot of people will go, okay, this is my regimen, but we all know, because you guys are skincare junkies, that you need an arsenal for what's going on in the day, right? Or that moment in your life. Like, my skin is not the same every day. No. Like, some days I'm extra dry, I've been traveling. Dehydrated, drank a little too much. So this is in our back bar, and it's all these really, really concentrated formulas of certain ingredients, okay? So I had a retailer come in, and Sephora, and she was like, what are those? And I said, these are all of our concentrates that we get to customize for you when you're here, like if your skin is irritated, which we're seeing a lot more, I'm going to put ceramides and omegas so I help build the barrier back up. And so she's like, I want that. So,
of course she was. She's a sensible Sephora buyer.
Yeah, and so we called it KX Active Concentrates, and you get to customize what's happening in your week, right? And then we launched our biomimicking peptides. This is just packed with peptides, right? Tons and tons of peptides in here. Mm-hmm. And so that's what the difference is. So each one does something different. Anti-aging peptides, and then barrier repair. So, if someone comes in, they've maybe done a peel, we send them home with this now. Before, we didn't send them home with this.
You just cover their face in it.
Yeah, we'd cover their face in it. So now you can buy our concentrates. And we're supposed to be coming out with several more. We have about 7 in our back bar. So, yeah, that's
your back bar is like porn for me.
It is. It's so fun.
I was in LA with Kate. Well, it's only September, like a month ago.
Yeah.
Where's the time go? And I had a facial. I went for a treatment. I actually went for 2 treatments. She was like, go back on Sunday before you fly. I was like, okay. But when they, obviously they leave you in your room to get changed, and I do what every customer does, and I'm just like, I don't open drawers. I'm not that bad. I respect the esthetician space, but I'm very much like, what? Oh, is that a salon size? Mm-hmm. Oh!
Well, the other thing too, there's a lot in our back bar that isn't available in retail, and we slowly bring them out as
once you've tested them
and also when we think like somebody can get it, and I feel like skincare is becoming really customizable, which I love.
Yeah.
Because I used to mix on site for my clients, and so now like you can mix. And people are getting it, right?
Yeah.
Before they were like, oh, I use a cleanser and a moisturizer.
Yeah.
Now, like the industry is moving towards, more.
But
customized.
I think the difference is like with your formulas, they're all pre-done and ready to go.
The
problem comes when you're being sold 5 or 6 different serums and told you can just mix them all together.
Yeah.
That's not a tried and tested formula. That's not something that is possible to even clinically trial.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm always the person going, maybe not use them all together at the same time. Okay, I know we could be here all day, but you've got places to go, and I just want to make sure we touch on my favourite products.
Yeah.
So please tell us about this, because it's still, I think, it's all-time, maybe number one actually.
That's my favorite. So
this is Line Release Under Eye Repair Cream. Yeah. The texture of this is like, I'm
probably gonna get in trouble, but this is my topical Botox. That's what it is.
You can say that
here. Literally, so when I tell people, especially that are starting to get fine lines and wrinkles around the eyes, what happens is when you start using Line Release, and this is how I explain it to my clients, I want you to do is take a picture of, like, smile, and then release, and then take a picture of the eye before you start this, and then start this. And then in about 4 weeks, literally 2 weeks if you wanted to, but 4 weeks what's going to happen is the lines are going to start to shrink. Like the lines literally, instead of down here, they're going to just shrink.
They go higher.
Yeah, so it's a relaxer, right? And it's a deep puff. It has so many things in it that I love. It's my favorite eye cream in the entire line.
It's my favorite.
And it's hopefully here to stay.
Okay, I've heard her say that to me before.
Yeah.
Just putting this out there. If this gets discontinued, I will hunt you down. I literally know where you live.
Ruben.
And I know where you live, Mr. Head Office.
Ruben.
If this gets touched, I will fly to LA. I will fly to LA. Don't make me bring out the same thing because you've discontinued it.
No, he's so good. I have to say, so Ruben is our CEO, and he is obsessed with this one. Like, literally obsessed, huh, Ruben? So anything she says, I'm just going to go to her so it gets to him.
Yes! The power. I feel the power. I don't care. Like, do what you want, but if you touch these, I'm coming for your children. Okay, so let's finish. Let's just sort of do a roundup. Tell us I know half the time you can't tell us anything, but tell us what the plans are for like just the next year, perhaps.
Oh my gosh,
coming?
so much. Well, there's two things that are coming. My favorite that's coming, because I have extremely sensitive skin, and I've been trying this. Yeah.
Oh my God, carry on.
Yeah. So it's all about recovery and barrier repair, but it's recovery. So my girls in the clinic had asked me, because we do a lot of lasers, a lot of peels, and we're seeing a lot more irritation because people are using too much. And so I was asking...
Just trashing the joint, because I know I've got it here.
Yes. Okay. So they asked me, Kate, we need a cleanser that is going to calm and ease the skin, and it's not going to strip, and it literally doesn't have anything to irritate the skin because it's already irritated. And if you're like me, there's moments, no matter what I do, I get irritated skin because I'm so sensitive to even like things in the air. And so we're bringing out a post-recovery system that is going to calm, like put the fire out if you have rosacea. But it's also like a staple you should always have in your arsenal, right? Your arsenal.
Also post-retinoling.
Yes, post-retinoling. So we're coming out with a cleanser and a moisturizer kind of balm. It's so yummy. I wear this on the airplane because I don't know, the airplane's so dry and there's others breathing on you. I know, it's so weird about that. But this is it. And right now, and maybe they could help me because we have been trying to name this product because it's a recovery system. It's a cleanser and a moisturizer right now. And right now, the working name is Delicate.
Nice. I see what you did there.
But I have to say, I don't feel like it's strong enough for what it does. Like it literally, like if you are irritated, you put this on one night and you wake up and literally the irritation is gone. It has so many anti-inflammatory ingredients and repairing ingredients. And so I am super excited about this one.
I have been, James hooked me up quite a while ago, and I texted him, I can't remember how long ago it was, and just went, dude, I'm out of the white pot. I need more, and Lulu needs more, because Lou's using it too, and she's obsessed. Yeah. It is amazing. Because when I've been like, I did the retinol series, and I was caning retinol. It was just like, and I'm still got a bit here where I'm flaking. And honestly, I do this, and I mean, I use, obviously, always a little bit of this, and I'll use other things underneath, and sometimes I use a plain squalane oil, but this has been my moisturiser for maybe 3-4 months, the one I've most dabbled in, and I think it's going to fly.
Well, so those of you that are really good at naming,
hey, there you go, there's an option.
No, really.
But you should do Delicate can be like the inner of the, you know, like you've got Nourish and Goat's Milk. Delicate can be the sort of range, and then we need something that basically says
recovery.
Put your shit back together.
Oh, I like that. See, I like to name things like that. Like Quench, you get it. Like Quench, right? Exfoliate, you get it. Exfoliate. Yeah. So I wanted something a little more hard-hitting than Delicate.
But Delicate's a good sort of subcategory.
This is like put your shit back together. I love that.
It does. It's amazing. Okay, and then what else? What else for you? What's happening? You've got your spas, like your clinics opening up in the retailers.
Yeah, but let's talk product because
I'm always happy to talk product.
I met a scientist that is studying microbiome.
Okay.
Skincare is going to change.
Completely.
Okay? Especially acne, especially rosacea, eczema. They have found out that we're obviously a lot of bacteria, right? And what happens is in the skin is when our bacteria gets out of balance, our barrier breaks down, and then we have disease, acne, eczema, blah, blah, blah. So they are figuring out how to grow your imbalance and put it back into balance. Yeah. So talk about customization. Yeah. So we are working in the clinic really hard about customizing your microbiome. And we are coming out with a few products that are general microbiome building, right? So it's telling your body, okay, you have an imbalance, so we're going to tell your good microbiome and your bad microbiome to go down and your good to go up. It's kind of like a pre and post probiotic, like you know that you eat, right, and it helps your tummy. They're talking about microbiome in your tummy. Well, your skin is your biggest organ.
Totally.
And so we are coming out for acne first.
Amazing.
Because acne is that's where my heart is, because a lot of kids, a lot of women are getting acne. And so that is what we're coming out with after our delicate or post-recovery
product that will be
or
named.
Put your shit together product.
But I do think you're right. I think microbiome is going to be huge in the next few years. And it's good because it's something that's much more about healing and restorative and reparative rather than sort of being attacking. I think we went from doing big, thick, rich creams like the Laudas, the Ardens, the Helena Rubinstein. Just do a big, thick, rich cream, you'll be fine. Then we went down the roads of vitamin C, and everyone used too much vitamin C. Then it was, now we're very heavily into the retinol stage. There's some people still discovering it, and it will never go away because vitamin A is a phenomenal ingredient.
It is.
I think we've been, certainly in the UK, I think the US is a little far behind because they're still on the green wagon. But the UK is certainly, okay, we've done that, and I think we might have overdone it, I'm stripping it back. And we've all done it. I've done it through the life journey of the blog.
Of course.
I'm like, I use like 7 products today, and these days I'm like, I've used 4. And that includes my cleanser.
Can I say something? Because you and I have been in this game a long time. I found LED lights 14 years ago. Okay? And it changed my clinic. And I was screaming at the top of my lungs to editors, this is the next biggest thing. It took 12 years to get mainstream. Okay, microbiome cannot take 12 years to get there.
Won't.
So I am shouting, microbiome, understand it because it's coming. And I hope it comes quicker than the LED came, because I always find these things before they hit big. And so thank God Dove is starting to say microbiome. So people are like, oh, okay, I get it.
And also linked to gut health. Everything is linked to gut health.
It is.
Probiotics. I mean, everything. Depression, your state of mind, everything. So it's all, and then it comes back to the whole thing and wrap it up and tie it in a bow of skin health. Which you are the queen of. So thank you for coming. And oh my God, can you believe she said yes and flew 11 hours?
Congratulations.
Thanks, mate.
For this.
Thanks. As my husband says, who'd have thought that being gobby and opinionated would be a career?
Oh my God. Have you introduced your husband on this?
No, he has no interest.
Oh my God. He is so cute and lovely and quiet. He just lets her go.
Did she just call your father quiet?
He is so cute. And you know who he reminds me of?
Here we go. There's like 5. Go on.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, we get Johnny Depp, Gary Oldman.
Yeah, a little bit.
Gary Oldman. Who else do we get, Ben? There's 3. Johnny Depp, Gary Oldman. I've had it on my Instagram before. Every time I put a picture up of Jim, we have a list. Oh, you married Johnny Depp. I'm like,
so
no, my husband's much cleaner than Johnny Depp.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's not covered in.
But I have to say, I took over my clinic
Yeah.
from Johnny Depp, and I have to say, like, he's so sweet and so charming. I know people have opinions, but
you can only be based on your own. You've got real experience.
And literally, and this is when he was the hottest, coolest dude, and he'd walk in his office, and I was always the geek going, "Hi, Johnny."
Subtle.
And he'd be like, "Hi." Hi.
Strange face woman.
Hi, Johnny. I know.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, yeah.
And have a wicked rest of your stay, and happy anniversary.
Yep, 23 years to my beautiful husband. I love him.
They're such a cute couple. I said to them yesterday,
love him.
We went to the hotel, and I went up to her suite and basically said, okay, you know, I said, let's go, and we were judging her hair and all this sort of stuff. We came out to the stairs, and she and Landa are just like teenagers, and they're like, and I went, you two need to knock that shit out, because you're going to make it look like Jim and I need a divorce.
No. But I don't know, we've always been like that. And
they're very cute.
You know, we're soulmates. Find your soulmate, because they're out there.
We'll end on that. See you soon, people. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.